Good day, YouTube. Welcome back to Lessons from History and to another episode of History Hiccups. In this episode, we'll be covering the tragic tale of the Olympic-class liners of the 20th century. This line of ships was made by the British shipping company White Star Line in response to ships built by the German companies Neue Deutscher Lloyd and Hamburg America Line, and to the ships made by the British company Cunard Line. Cunard beat the German companies in speed with their Greyhounds of the Sea, RMS Lusitania, and RMS Mauretania. In 1907, J. Bruce Ismay and William Pierre decided to build a new class of ships to beat Cunard's in size and comfort. So Thomas Andrews and Alexander Carlisle designed the Olympic-class liners. Their names were to be Titanic, Britannic, and Olympic. A side note here, one rumor about Britannic is her name. For a time, it was believed that Britannic's name was originally the Gigantic. This was because of promotional posters for the ships that included the names of Titanic and Olympic, and also included the word gigantic. Since the Titanic is such a well-known ship, we'll be focusing more on her sister ships for this video. If you want us, or more specifically me, to do an episode on the Titanic alone, shoot us a comment down below and we'll consider doing it. So in December of 1908, construction began on Olympic at the Harland & Wolff shipyard in Belfast, Ireland. In March of the following year, Titanic began construction directly beside her sister. For the next few years, the two sister ships would be built side by side until Olympic was launched on October 20th, 1910. Just a small break from the specifics for the biggest detail that made the Olympic class special. The ships were designed with 16 watertight compartments. These compartments were designed so that the ship could take a direct hit, take in water, and stay afloat. How exactly did this work? Well, the first 4 compartments were sealed to the top to prevent water from spilling over into the others, so long as it took a hit directly to the front, the ship was pretty much fine. Okay, back to specifics. Olympic finished construction on May 31st, 1911 and had her maiden voyage on June 14th of the same year under the command of Edward Smith. On her 5th voyage, Olympic had a collision with the British cruiser HMS Hawke while Captain Smith was still in command. Olympic was blamed for the incident, but would continue to sail until she threw out a propeller in March of 1912, delaying the maiden voyage of her sister Titanic. After a long service life, Olympic was retired in 1935 and was originally going to be turned into a floating museum, much like the Queen Mary, but was ultimately scrapped. Speaking of Titanic, she was launched on the 31st of May, 1911 and was finally completed on April 2nd, 1912. 8 days later, Titanic set sail on her fateful voyage to which she would not return. On the night of April 14th, 1912, Titanic struck an iceberg and went down around 2.5 hours later. When she sank, Titanic took with her 1,500 of her 2,224 passengers and crew. Among the dead was the ship's captain, Edward Smith. Remember that guy? Britannic suffered a slightly similar fate to her sister Titanic. She began construction on November 30th, 1911, and would be launched on February 26, 1914. When she was completed in the following December, World War I had started, and she was immediately sent into service as a hospital ship under the title HMHS Britannia. Sadly, she would meet her fate at the hands of what is believed to have been a mine on the coast of Key, Greece on November 21st, 1916. Amazingly, only 30 people died when Britannic sank. The Olympic is a class of ship full of tragedy and shrouded in mystery. Thanks for watching.